Ah, great. Wir sind hier mit Sprechstunde Südafrika und möchten euch halt gerne auch wieder ein paar Sachen unserer Touren vorstellen, was ihr mit uns erleben könnt. Und dafür haben wir heute speziell die Anita da. Die Anita ist von Capes St. Francis Resort. Das ist eine Etappe, die wir halt eben dementsprechend auf unseren Routen auch gerne anbieten. Selbstverständlich ist der Michael dabei und die Bettina, die jetzt gerade vor 2 Wochen ihre 22-tägige Südafrika-Erlebnisreise gemacht hat. Ich glaube, sie hat alles erlebt. Es gibt kaum was, was halt nicht dabei gewesen ist. Es war nicht immer positiv, aber sie ist so strahlend in mein Büro gekommen, ja, dass man dann halt einfach nur zurückgrinsen konnte. Also sie hatte wirklich ein super Erlebnis in Südafrika und sie ist ja halt auch in San Francisco gewesen und kann davon halt eben auch ein bisschen berichten. Ich gebe mal das Wort kurz an den Michael weiter.
Yeah, good evening, everybody from South Africa. I'm very happy that we are today 50-50, 50% of Germany being participating and 50% of South Africa. And thank you very much for joining us from the Cape St. Francis Resort, which you have under your total management there. And Bernd basically told already our viewers that Bettina, her colleague, was on a 22 days trip through South Africa, and she was with her husband traveling. And they really had a South African adventure, one can say, because first they had the north with the animals, with the Kruger National Park, and they flew to Cape Town. They experienced the Bo-Kaap area, Cape Town in itself. And in Franschhoek, then unfortunately, which we all don't have influence to, the weather turned into a flood, and they experienced South African camaraderie, I would say, how we keep together and how we manage difficult situations. Yeah. And then they also popped in at Cape St. Francis, and tonight we want to speak a little bit about Cape St. Francis. We have prepared two little videos about it. One is about the resort itself, and one is about, I would say, experience how you can stay there, more on the 5-star experience. And then I would be very happy to have a few words from Anita about your resort, and also, of course, the experience of what Bettina and Jürgen had when they arrived, because when they told us in the feedback meeting, we always do a feedback meeting with our guests, that they were just stunned and flashed, as the German.
Yes.
Ja, so wir halten das so ein bisschen Deutsch und Englisch heute. Und ich denke, Bernd, so zum Einstieg wäre es doch jetzt eigentlich ganz toll, wenn wir die Community mal nach Südafrika beamen und bei Cape St. Francis mal landen lassen.
Ja, das werde ich technisch, ist das eine kleine Herausforderung, aber ich kriege es bestimmt hin. Ich werde mal den Bildschirm teilen. Dann schauen wir mal. Wir haben hier das Family-Video. Jetzt gehe ich kurz. So, jetzt müsstet ihr es alle sehen.
Ja. Ja.
Im Livestream noch nicht. Jetzt.
Okay.
Aber kein Ton.
Das holt einen schon so ein bisschen ab, ne? Wenn ich jetzt sehe, wir haben hier unsere 8 Grad und ja, ich würde wahnsinnig gerne den Ofen rausholen, ich würde wahnsinnig gerne ins Meer springen. Also da gibt es eine ganze Menge Möglichkeiten, einfach mal zu Anita, to go to Anita now in this moment. It's a very good idea.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
think that was a little bit without sound, but we saw the pictures, and I looked in the face of Bettina actually, and I could see, oh wow, I would like to go back, and I sit also here in my flat now, and or my apartment, and I'm back in reality maybe, or in a dream. So Anita,
Yeah.
what we saw there basically, that your resort is not only a sporting resort with your present attraction with all the sport people, but also a family resort. And maybe you can tell us a little bit the highlights and how the whole, I know of course the story and I know the resort, so it's easy for me to say, oh yeah, I would also love to come back. And I know your answer, you will say, yeah, just come, you know. But we want to say to the Germans as well, just come. How did it all start in Cape St. Francis?
Well, good
We quite
evening, everybody. Sorry. Good evening, everybody. It's lovely to be here and to be part of this discussion. Yes, how did we start? We started, it's a family business, so we have a very active family involved. They're still very much involved in the day-to-day running of the business. I am the CEO, and I have been here for 21 years. So this really is my home. And over the years, we've grown. We've grown tremendously over the years. And basically what we're left with now is a family resort. That's really what we are. And that's where we like to place ourselves in the marketplace. And we essentially have 3 different types of accommodation. But of course, our flagship is known as Beach Break. And I think, Bettina, this is where you did stay. And the big thing about Beach Break, the wow factor for me, is it's all about the position. It is situated guest houses on the beach, and you literally have your own private access to the beautiful beach, which is on the Indian Ocean. So first of all, the water is pretty warm. It's much, much warmer than it is in the Western Cape. So average temperatures, even in winter, are up to about 17, 18 degrees. But summertime, we really are lucky. We get to 22, 23. So a very moderate all year round temperature. Very similar in many ways to Mossel Bay. We're on the same line as they are. So we have long sunshine hours and a very moderate all year round temperature. So I like to say that our beach is enjoyable winter and summer, because in summertime, different things call you. And in wintertime, the reserves are beautiful, the nature reserves. So there's good opportunities to walk on the beach for kilometers at a time. And yes, so that's a very big attraction. The beach is our main attraction. It is also a blue flag status beach, which means, as I think we all know by now, that it's a safe, demarcated swimming area. There's many, many activities around for children, especially, both in the resort itself. There's lots of play areas. Both of our restaurants have children's menus. And we also have those wonderful thing called child minors, or nannies, as we like to call them, babysitters, if you want to just leave them with us. And we'll take care of them while you go out and enjoy your evening. So obviously during high season time, we have many activities for children, and many of our activities are geared towards the younger people. So accommodation-wise, we have at Beach Break, you have the guest house option where you book a room with breakfast, or you have an exclusive use option where you're traveling as a family, and then you book the entire guest house. But the big thing is, and I hope Bettina will shake her head here, is that you have your breakfast served where you are staying. And that's always quite nice because the girls and the boys come in the morning and they make your breakfast. So it really is quite a special experience. I could probably go on here all evening, but I'll try and summarize and just say that we have got many facilities on site, 2 restaurants, a health and beauty spa, a curio/convenience shop, but really importantly, we have an information center where we market our other company, which is called Resort Adventures. So here you can do anything from book a haircut to play a round of golf. It's basically as simple as that. The area itself is very much meant for outdoor activities, beautiful walks, coastal hikes. It can be guided or not guided. Something that a lot of people don't know is that we are world famous for our calamari, and who does not like seafood? In fact, our calamari is of such a high standard that almost every kilogram gets exported directly to Europe. So where do you find local South African calamari? In St. Francis, that's where you find it. We have a very unique activity which is linked to the calamari industry. It is very simply a calamari tasting. Very interesting. You go through the history of the industry, how you catch squid, how you prepare it, and then finally you get to eat what is thought to be the best calamari in the world. So that's really something quite different. We have 2 great golf courses. The one is ranked number 4 in South Africa. We have many cultural experiences. One is what we have run for many years called Betty's Tour. Betty is one of my staff, and she's been with us for almost as long as I have. And really, Betty's Tour is a tour that takes you to the lighthouse. We are situated on the second most southerly tip of Africa. So we have a lighthouse, clearly. So there we visit, a great photograph opportunity. And then we visit a local school. And then from there on, we move to a craft market. So it really is an opportunity to make a difference. In addition to that, we have horse riding experiences. We have very good whale watching season. At the moment, we've had 2 whale cruises go out today, and the humpbacks are jumping out the water. So today has been beautiful. Clear skies, flat seas, the best whale watching day ever. So whale watching is available, or even just an ocean cruise. You will always see dolphins and penguins and otters and seals. So if you miss the whale, there's plenty of other things to keep you busy. In addition to all of that, we have surfing. Surfing is very big here. Jeffreys Bay is our neighbor, so they get the big waves. We get the more consistent waves, which means that you will be able to surf almost every day of the year. Michael, you know, I can go on here forever. So
yeah, I just wanted to say it's very difficult for me to translate that all now, and I won't. I think everybody understand it. But Anita, if you don't mind, I see, I still see Bettina's face and eyes, and I see also Jürgen is close by. I would like to ask them in German, if you don't mind, because you said families, but they were a couple now, and we sent them to you as well as a couple. And I would like to know, actually, I will ask that in German. Was war euer Eindruck, als ihr in Cape St. Francis ankamt und ja, vielleicht seid ihr am Leuchtturm vorbeigefahren, past the lighthouse, etc. But what was your first impression when you arrived there?
Also wir sind am 30. September, am Nachmittag sind wir dort angekommen in dem Ressort und waren erstmal von dieser Größe der Anlage völlig überrascht, weil wir uns das eigentlich alles ein bisschen kleiner vorgestellt hatten und sind dann aber... Nicht negativ. Nein, nicht negativ, also einfach nur überrascht gewesen und wir sind dann, nachdem wir dann alle Formalitäten erledigt hatten von Simone. Best regards to Simone. It was very nice, yeah, and helpful.
Maybe I can translate that quickly, Anita, and maybe you can also then, we can then put it in perspective. Bettina just said when they arrived and then in the reception area and then the restaurants, I presume is Joe Fish because they serve wonderful cold beer and that is a good thing when you arrive, particularly late afternoon, and that was on the 30th September. I don't know the weather report. However, they were surprised about how huge Cape St. Francis Resort is. And I think you really can see that when we watch certain videos where you had the drones flying over the resort, how big it is and how many square meters or hectares is your whole resort without the sea and without the beaches and everything, because it's another enormous thing. And I think that makes it interesting also when you, let's say, are quite fully booked or booked with families, because it spreads out, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It's quite deceptive. From the top, it looks massive, but I think Bettina will be able to confirm this. You never feel as though there are a lot of people around you.
Yeah.
I think the architectural design is so clever that everybody feels private wherever they are. And I think that is a great success of the design. But, I know it looks big, but if you had to walk from my office, which is right in the front, all the way down to the beach access, it's approximately about 550 meters. It's not much further than that. And it just depends how fast you walk, Michael. I walk quite fast because we have walked.
I walk as well, Anita. So I'm maybe a little bit unfit now, but it's time for exhibitions that we can train again. Or
Exactly.
I see your point.
So as I say, it is a vast. It is big. There's no doubt. We like to call ourselves a village within a village.
That's a good point. I think that das trifft genau den Punkt. Ein Dorf im Dorf. Das ist super. Ja, it's great.
Good.
Okay, Bettina, dann war das jetzt ja eigentlich gar nicht so groß. Ich meine, 500 Meter, das ist ja ungefähr auch der Weg, den man so hinter sich lässt, bis man dann in seinem Beach-Haus ankommt. Erzähl doch mal so, was passierte denn dann danach? Was war denn das nächste Highlight eigentlich? Wir zeigen ja nachher auch noch mal so ein Haus, also das Top-Haus Moonpass. Und das wollte ich aber zum Abschluss machen. Vielleicht 2, 3 Sätze, so dass ich das dann auch übersetzen kann, weil es ja auch für den Gastgeber gut zu wissen, was verbessert werden kann oder was noch schön ist.
Also Simone hat uns dann zu unserem Haus gebracht, und zwar hatten wir eine Beach Break Villa mit einem Sea-Facing Room. Und als wir dort ankamen und unser kleines Auto auf diese Doppelgarage und den Parkplatz davor geparkt hatten und dann dieses riesengroße Haus vor uns sahen, ist uns beiden erstmal so ein bisschen der Mund aufgegangen und wir kriegten ihn auch nicht wieder zu. Aber dann haben wir gedacht, okay, und Simone war super nett und hat uns dann sozusagen die Treppe raufgeführt und dann kamen wir in so einen Vorraum, wo dann ein kleiner Pool war, eine riesengroße Terrasse mit netten Stühlen und Tischen, wo man sich aufhalten kann. Ja, und dann hat sie sozusagen die Glastüre zum eigentlichen Haus geöffnet und da blieb uns dann nochmal der Mund offen stehen, weil wir gedacht haben, das ist ja... Also wir konnten in dem Moment gar nicht so viel sagen. Und Simone hat es ganz gut erkannt. Sie sah in unsere Gesichter und meinte, oh, seid ihr überrascht und wie schön es ist? Und wir so, ja, es war riesengroß. Also es war eine Villa für 10 Personen. ein riesengroßer Esstisch, ganz tolle Einrichtungen, Möbel, ganz viele nette Accessoires, sodass man sich eigentlich sofort wohlgefühlt hat. Und dann hat sie uns unseren Raum sozusagen gezeigt. Dann mussten wir wieder ein paar Stufen nach oben gehen. Und ja, und dann blieb uns quasi nochmal der Mund offen stehen, weil dieser Raum mit dem riesengroßen Bett und mit Bad und Suite und mit dieser freistehenden Badewanne, mit dem Blick auf das Meer, ja, da kann man eigentlich gar nicht mehr viel zu sagen, weil wir haben nur gedacht, um Gottes Willen, was machen wir hier? Das waren wir auch jetzt nicht aus unseren anderen Urlauben vielleicht so gewohnt, also so ein Luxus, aber es war wunderschön, das Wetter war toll, der Himmel blau und wir sind sofort auf die Terrasse und haben aufs Meer geguckt und hörten das Meer rauschen. Es war ziemlich gut und unbeschreiblich schön.
Ja, das hört sich alles super an und ich sehe auch schon so bei Bernd die nachdenkliche Stirn, also dass das jetzt wieder Zeit wird, dass er nach Afrika kommt. Also,
Dringend, ja.
aber ich bin auch froh, dass ich keinen Anruf bekam, dass ihr womöglich noch einen Herzinfarkt bekommen habt, weil
Nein.
have been stunned, Anita, not only once. When they arrived, there was Simone, and she handled everything professional, and regards to her. And
I will certainly send her your regards. Thank you.
Yeah.
she then actually brought them to the parking area, which was a double garage for a small car they rented. And then they came into a room, basically, and they thought, no, this is a nice room, but that was only the foyer, basically, of the villa, where you have a little swimming pool and a little pool and so on, and then opened another door, the sliding door, which I know in Beach Break is then that you get into the living room, and there was a second flash. And then Simone also said, no, are you already surprised? No, please come upstairs. I show you your room. And there was then the view to the sea and the beaches, and the waves were heard, and absolutely stunning for them and recommendable.
Yeah.
And they thought, and here we stay on our own. And that's what it was, yeah. And that is, I think, also the factor within your resort, that you can stay there and enjoy everything every minute. And I, of course, know already what then happened the next morning, but
Yeah.
and there was obviously the next heart attack coming soon, because then came breakfast time. Also das, I don't know, Bettina, dann Frühstück in der Küche selber gemacht, oder wie läuft das da bei Cape St.
Ja,
Francis?
das war der nächste Flash sozusagen am nächsten Morgen. Also Simone hatte uns dann gefragt, wann wir frühstücken wollen, und dann haben wir gesagt, so 8:30, alles gut, alles prima. Und dann sind wir irgendwie, wir hörten dann so gegen 8 Uhr, hörten wir unten irgendwelche Geräusche. Und dann sind wir dann halt, bin ich dann mal runter gucken gegangen, Simone und drei Frauen sozusagen, waren dann in der Küche da schon aktiv und hatten den Tisch, diesen irre langen Tisch für gefühlten 20 Personen nicht, aber also es war schon bestimmt mindestens 10, 12 Personen Tisch für uns alleine gedeckt. Und genau, und dann hatte Simone erstmal gefragt, hallo, good morning, und erstmal einen Kaffee. Okay, dann habe ich erstmal einen Kaffee getrunken, musste mich erstmal hinsetzen. Ja, und dann gab es halt erstmal das erste Frühstück mit ganz vielen frischen Früchten, mit Müsli, mit Kaffee, mit Orangensaft, mit Quark und Joghurt, also alles, was man sich so vorstellt. Und dann hat Simone nur gesagt, okay, ich lasse euch jetzt erstmal alleine, trinkt erstmal den Kaffee, ich komme dann gleich wieder und nehme dann die Bestellung für das eigentliche Frühstück auf. Wir durften auch nicht die Teller zusammenstellen oder irgendwas. Nein, wir wurden komplett von vorne bis hinten bedient. Und dann kam Simone dann irgendwann wieder und fragte so, was wollt ihr denn jetzt haben? Ja, ob wir irgendwelche Eier, in welcher Form auch immer, Toast, was auch immer haben wollten. Dann hat sie unsere Bestellung sozusagen aufgenommen. ist dann wieder in die Küche und dann haben die 3 Damen halt das Frühstück bereitet und uns dann am Tisch serviert. Es war
Ein König.
also wie, ja, was hat Jürgen sagt, wie ein König sind wir da bedient worden. Das war schon wirklich unheimlich, aber natürlich schön. Aber es war schon echt besonders, muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen. Also was haben wir ja so in der Form noch nicht wirklich erlebt.
Ja.
Ja.
Yeah, so the princess or the queen and king, you know, that they felt in the end, I would say. 3 chefs in the kitchen for a few eggs and breakfast, but to make it short, I think for you, Anita, everything perfect, everything flashy and stunned, and the table for 10 people is only for 2 people, and it was all there. Everything was there. The people were heartful, and I think I want to ask Bernd, what do you think? If you hear all this now, and you would not be in a travel agency, would you say, I book it?
Oh, sure. It's yeah. When I see it's so feeling like a king, hearing the waves. You stay in the bathroom and go in the bath badewanne. I know it in English. You sit down, bathtub, and you sit down and look down to the ocean. Have in the evening. You see the sun go down. You have a little wine with you. In the morning, you are the king. You stay there, and the people are so nice, so helpfully, and I think they are very warm. Yeah. It's not so here you have, but you are my guest, and I like to have such an experience for me. Yeah, I think I come the next day, the next year, or the next 2 years. I come to you and like to have the same experience.
Sounds great.
In that regard, we are planning for October 24 a tour like that, and we will inform all you via the social media channels. Before I come to one more point concerning the drinks, you know, Bernd mentioned it. Shall we not have a look at a villa like that? How it could look, Anita? We're going to Moon Pass. What do you think?
Wonderful idea. Wonderful idea.
Let's have that
lovely views. Lovely views.
And maybe with sound this time.
Yes, yeah.
But I think it's time to have a look.
Okay, so I hope I get the technique. Please wait.
So far, so good. Thanks.
You see it?
Yeah, but no sound.
Yeah, I hear the sound, but technique.
That's our living room. It was so great. And the kitchen, it's great.
There you go. Oh, yes, this is where you stayed.
Yeah.
Okay, now I got it. I wasn't sure where you were staying. Now
I was also thinking they were at more on the beach side.
Yes.
You know,
okay.
Where we were last time when we were there, you know. But we had also a chef, so from that point of view, all good.
Okay.
Aber man sieht hier deutlich auch vom
This was our room. Our room.
That's your room, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In your bathroom.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It was so great, yeah.
Also ich glaube, das Zimmer kann gerade noch wieder gebucht werden, Anita, ne? Book it again, can't we?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, many guests do, you know, if they come and they like the room that they're in, then it's always wise just to say, when you are returning, I would like that room again.
Yeah.
Or, that always works. But
No,
I'm so,
In January, there come clients from us.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we have booked, I think, on the 10th or 12th, so I must look, but there come clients from Mettmann to you.
Fantastic. Thank you very, very much. And Bettina,
Okay.
thank you for all those lovely, kind words. I'm going to pass that on to Simone and her team.
Yeah.
And
It was
as
a
you've just
pleasure for
said,
me. Thank
they
you.
really know how to make you feel special.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a pleasure for us. Thank you.
Great, great.
Anita, I have, because we have also in our Sprechstunde Südafrika, we have also, of course, travel agents who are listening in and get some advice, and they might, you know, make a booking back to back with us. Can I bring one question in, for example, because we as Sprechstunde Südafrika with Artreisen and Pearls of Africa, we like to be different than a standard tour, let's say.
Yes.
Say we have a special request because we have a wine tasting tour or we have a hiking tour, etc. Can you accommodate special requests if it's known in advance? Like wine tasting experience or like day hikes booking in advance?
Absolutely. We offer, as I mentioned earlier, a range of extras. And of course, I think like most other privately owned properties, the advantage always is that you can accommodate and you'll go out of your way to accommodate any special request. So there's some things that are really easy to arrange, but I always like to say, let us hear the request, and I promise you, if it can be done, we will do it.
Okay.
I hope that answers your question. We have got some lovely ideas where we can package wine tastings, private dinners in your villa with a chef, a paired dinner with wine paired with food, of course. So there's many possibilities. Yes.
Okay. No, that's fine. We
Perhaps
know
I
each other
just have
quite a while.
have an idea, Anita. Perhaps it is a good idea to have a wine tasting on the canal cruises with Dave. We made it on our another day in the Sundowner, and it was so great. We brought a package of wine and glasses and some snacks, and perhaps it is possible to have this on for a great group if possible, and to make a wine tasting as a normal offer or whatever. It was very great. Yeah.
Well, that is a good idea, and yes, you know, we can always pack a picnic basket if you want to go on the canal cruise with a nice snack platter, or we pack picnic baskets and you can take it down to another favorite little spot is called Sunset Rock.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you for that idea. That is a good one. We'll a wine tasting is good. Good idea.
Okay.
I think wine always goes, you know, in Germany, beer always is fine. So here in South Africa, wine is always fine, you know, or
wine is always fine. Yes.
Yeah.
Always fine.
That's right.
So in Germany, it's both, yeah. You drink a lot of wine, you drink a lot of beer here, so
and it's October, so Oktoberfest month.
Yeah, that's also true. But yeah, I think this was a very nice, informative session.
Yeah, thank you very much, Anita. It's very great that we have a little more more ideas what Cape St. Francis resorts are bringing to our guests, and I'm very happy. So I'm a little bit nearer at your resort for this time, and I'm sure I come to you.
Fantastic. Thank you for the opportunity, and Bettina, I hope to see you back again sooner than later. And Bernd, yes, the offer, as you know, we would love to have you here and show you and personally experience a little bit of our magic. And then Michael, yes, as always, thank you for supporting.
Yeah, no, it's a pleasure, and I think it's a new situation, as a new forum. It's a new way of maybe also marketplaces. We have also a lot of ideas, and I think in personal discussions, Anita, we can even maybe package something very special, which is not the standard. And that is what Artreisen and Pulse of Africa want to achieve. We don't want, and we also want to have a minimum stay of 2 nights, if not longer, but then we have to package it interesting that it is worth staying. And I think in Cape St. Francis, it is always worthwhile staying longer than 1 night or 2 nights. And yeah, I say thank you very much to everybody participating und vielen Dank auch an all die Zuschauer oder die Hörer im Livestream. Thank you very much. The next Sprechstunde Südafrika will be the last Wednesday of November, when it is really cold in Germany and miserable. And I wonder what surprises we will then have from maybe our next tour, including Cape St. Francis. Good night, everybody.
Ja, da ist alles gesagt. Dann many thanks to Anita. Vielen Dank zu Bettina, und der Jürgen war ja auch noch im Hintergrund immer noch ein bisschen dabei. Vielen
Ja.
Dank an Jürgen, jetzt ist er auch im Vordergrund. Ja, also wirklich tierisch interessant, und ich danke euch, dass ihr da wart. Many thanks to Anita, and have a good night. Einen schönen guten Abend, und wir sagen auch den Zuschauern nochmal einen schönen guten Abend. Wenn ihr Anregungen habt oder Fragen habt, jederzeit ruft uns an oder gibt uns eine Information. Wir beantworten dann halt eben eure Fragen. Bettina war jetzt gerade eben vor Ort, kann es also alles frisch nochmal erklären. Ja, also wir sind gerne bereit, euch da halt ein bisschen weiter zu informieren. Einen schönen Abend alle zusammen.
Okay. Good evening to all. Bye bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you. Cheers.
Bye.
Thoughts about that.